Hey guys, Chelsea from Attention to Details, and I have really flat paint. I know. I'm shocked too. No, just kidding. I'm actually getting my vehicle ready for a ceramic coating. I had a vehicle in last week that I had my car parked beside when I was washing it, and we have very high TDS water here, total dissolved solids, and it left horrible water spots on my vehicle. I was able to get the water spots off, but I've had issues with ceramic coatings and water spots since I've had my vehicle ceramic coated. We have well water, and it's high TDS, very hard, and if I'm not super careful, my vehicle is prone to water spots. So one thing that when I saw Ethos's Graphene ceramic coating, their claim is that it helps prevent water spots, and I'm like, I'm all over that. So I'm showing you my extremely flat paint because this is me doing due diligence. For any of you who want to, maybe you have a coating on your vehicle and you want to remove it to put a new coating on. There's so many different things going on in the industry. It's kind of hard to test them all, and I want to do long-term tests on this. We live in Pennsylvania. We deal with road salts. Almanac is calling for a very wet, cold, snowy winter. Finally! I mean, most people don't enjoy that, but I grew up in Florida and I love snow. I mean, I love it. We didn't have a really good winter last year, so I want to get this baby protected, and we are going to be doing periodic updates on it. You can see, I mean, it's flat. The paint is just, it's wanting to stick to it. What I did for this, to remove the ceramic coating, because I've had a lot of toppers on here. First, I washed it with McKee's 37, their Coating Prep Auto Wash. That removed pretty much all of the toppers that I had on my coating, but it didn't remove my coating. And then from there, I did a iron remover, McKee's 37, their Extreme Iron Remover. That actually removed the water spot staining, believe it or not, that I had all over the vehicle. And then I ended up drying it. I did a clay towel treatment a couple weeks ago, so I didn't need to do it. The paint was smooth. But if you have a lot of contamination or grit, you can do a clay bar treatment or a clay towel treatment. Then I followed up with Meguiar's D302 polish with a white polishing pad. I did 2 very quick passes. It took me actually like 5 minutes to do this section, 5 minutes to do this section. I mean, I was done with my entire vehicle in about an hour. It didn't take much for me to braid it off. I had already weakened it with the Coating Prep Auto Wash. Then I actually just washed it again with McKee's 37, their Coating Prep Auto Wash, just to make sure I got all the polishing oils and everything off the vehicle. We're gonna pull it in, we're gonna dry it off. We're gonna actually use Ethos's Detox to do kind of a panel prep just to remove any of the residue from the soap that might be left behind, but we will have virgin clean paint. You can see it is flat, there's no beading. We are prepped and ready. All right, guys, we've pulled it in, we've dried it off. We've even used our X Power blower to just blow all of the handles, lights, seams, crevices, the front grille, make sure everything is completely dry. Don't want any sort of water dripping onto the panels once I apply the coating, because it's going to affect its curing. So next up, we're going to apply Ethos Detox. This is their panel prep, ceramic preparation cleaner. A lot of these are alcohol-based sort of solutions. What they're doing is going to remove any sort of polishing oils, residue that might be on the panel. That way you have a squeaky clean surface, and it's going to prepare the panel to receive the ceramic coating. Can you use another manufacturer's ceramic coating? You could, but I would always tell the person, like, or anybody who wants to apply a coating, try to stick within the same chemical family, because that way you know you're going to have less risk of issues like streaking or issues with the ceramic coating once you buff it off and level. I know some surface preps can kind of create issues with certain coatings, so I would just say to play it safe, use what the chemical family recommends and stick with Ethos's Detox for Ethos's graphene coating. So you can see here we're getting ready. This is a brand new bottle. We haven't opened it up yet. This is a 1-layer 5-year ceramic coating. And when I say 5-year ceramic coating, that does not mean 5 years of neglected abuse, taking it through an automatic car wash ceramic coating. With any coating, for you to see maximum longevity with any coating, you want to maintain it properly. So that means you want to use soaps that are either pH neutral or within the same chemical family, ceramic safe soaps. I'm going to be using Ethos ceramic shampoo to maintain this coating. That way I get maximum longevity. You also want to use toppers that pair well with it. So you could use Ethos Defy to go with their graphene or their standard coating. So any sort of ceramic coating, you want to make sure you keep it dry for 24 hours, and you don't want to hit it with any sort of soaps or toppers or anything like that for at least 6-7 days. I would say give it a full week just to make sure it's properly cured. So we're going to go ahead, apply our detox, and get ready for our coating. Alright, so this is my first time applying it. We're going to learn this together. I've got my applicator pad. I've got gloves on. We're going to go ahead and put a thin stream out. And we're going to apply it. Side to side, and then up and down, ensuring you do not miss a spot. Some videos last night, and typically people were using a good stream, but they weren't like completely soaking the pad, and they were doing about 1/4 of the hood at a clip. Now this is around a 2 to 5 minute flash off, buff off time from what I've researched. So that's why I'm doing 2 sections here, because I figured that would give me a little bit of time. You want to see the rainbowing effect going on, and that tells you that it's getting close, but you want to kind of let it go beyond that. You can see we're not quite there yet. We've got like some sweating going on. Come in here. I've got, these are just some Kirkland microfibers. I washed them. We're taking the tags off. All right. We're just gonna come in here and we're just gonna light pressure, do some semicircles. I'm going to take a second one and just kind of go over it. This one I would say is ready as well. Just going to take our second one and just kind of level that, make sure we don't have any high spots. Pay attention to some of your seams. Because essentially when you're doing this, you're just removing that solvent carrier that has to take it from the bottle to the vehicle. Every coating has a solvent carrier. Some are different than others. But that couldn't have been easier. I don't have any sort of specialized lights. Let me show you what the after looks like. We don't have any sort of high spots, just nice gloss. So that's as simple as apply, let sit, look for that rainbowing and then kind of that little sweating going on. If you're within that kind of 2 to 5 minute window based on temperature and humidity levels, Then you just take one fresh microfiber, buff off lightly, hardly any pressure, and then just bring in a second one and just kind of remove any sort of streaks or residue that might be remaining. That should eliminate high spots, but very, very easy. So I'm impressed. That is so easy to apply. I am all about easy coatings. I am all about making my life easier, not more difficult. So we're going to keep moving on our vehicle. We're going to start next on the roof. You want to start at the top, work your way down, and we'll get the roof done, the rest of the vehicle. I'm going to bring you back when it's all said and done, and I'm going to show you the finished look when we're done, but I'm going to wait 24 hours before we show you the hydrophobics, because that's what I'm excited to see. I mean, isn't that why we do it? It's fun. It's easier to maintain, the gloss. So let's give it 24 hours, and I'll bring you back when we're done applying the coating, because I got to get my kids off the bus in about an hour, so I need to... All right, guys, here is our final look. Things I learned about this product. It's a little bit different than other coatings that I've used. Some coatings, you know, a majority of coatings, yes, you'll see kind of that rainbowing effect going on of the solvent carrier kind of flashing off. If you have high spots, they're very easy to find because they're very difficult to remove. I actually like that because that means that it is bonding really good to the paint. A lot of coatings, sometimes you have like a 1 to 3 hour window of grace where if you have a high spot, you can kind of come in and buff that off and you're good to go. And there are some coatings that like 24 hours later, if you have a high spot, you're going to have to polish it off. The fact that this was, you know, 5 minutes after applying, I had a high spot that I couldn't remove just by buffing. I had to polish it, put, you know, detox back down, and then reapply our coating. That's an impressive coating. That means it's tenacious. It's bonding to the paint very, very quickly. So that's how you know you're going to get, you know, your up to 5 years performance. But you can just see the gloss. I was able to apply this in 40 minutes. That's impressive, even with buffing off high spots. So we're going to call this one a wrap. I'm going to go get my kids off of the bus, and we'll see you guys in 24 hours once this baby has cured a little bit more. So we'll be right back. So we are well over a week after I've applied the Ethos Graphene to my vehicle, and let me show you. I just dropped my son off at the bus stop. It's raining, and I'm noticing really cool, just a really cool attribute to this coating. I want to show it to you guys. So let me turn the camera around. All right, so my daughter thinks I'm really weird because she's inside waiting for me to get in, so I'll make this quick. But I want you guys to notice we've got a pretty good steady rain going on, but the water beads, I've had a lot of coatings on my vehicle, a lot of sealants. You'll notice they are very tall, they're very tight, and they just kind of fall off the vehicle on their own. This is kind of a flat surface, but Ethos's claim with this graphene coating is that you're going to have reduced risk of water spotting, and I think this is where that comes from, because you've got taller beads that you're not going to need as high of a angle for your water or your air. You might need a lower speed. Heck, this is no speed at all, and you can just see how the water is just falling off of the panel. You can see all over the vehicle we've got these smaller beads, but they just appear taller, and they're kind of rolling off the vehicle. I've had this sitting out in the rain, and there are some coatings that if the sun comes out and I have water beads like this on the vehicle, I'll have water spot issues, just because of maybe contaminants that are in the air and, you know, pollution and things like that, and they kind of get up in the rain, and then that rainwater falls on your vehicle. If you have minerals or, you know, chemicals within your air, and that's where kind of acid rain comes into play. But you can just see we've got a lot of rain, a lot of water, and it's just kind of rolling right off the panel, even just sitting here. So I am really impressed with this Ethos Graphene. The application process showed me how durable it is. You know, it's got a fantastic gloss and shine. Even, you know, after I drive in the rain, maybe it stops raining while I'm driving and the vehicle is pretty much dry. I might have a little bit of lower splatter, on the side panels, but you can just see what a fantastic job this coating is doing in giving us increased hydrophobics, taller water beads, which in turn is going to give you a more probability of those water beads kind of shooting off the vehicle when you drive. So I'm very impressed. I'm excited to offer this to my customers, and I'm excited to kind of see this long-term tested out with durability. But we're 1 week in the rain, and these are just cool and fantastic results. I'm really enjoying just these the different nature to these water beads that you're seeing. A lot of ceramic coatings, they'll be tight little beads, or you know, smaller beading, and some people think that's beautiful, but I like how these are just kind of bigger, taller beads, because that's what's going to happen right there. It's going to roll off and you're going to have less risk of water spotting. So that right there is a winner for me. So we are about a week and a half after I've applied the Ethos Graphene coating to this vehicle, and I have to tell you guys, I am so happy I made the decision to use this coating to test it out. I have been blown away by the results. We've had 2 or 3 days of just constant rain here. We've gotten like 3 or 4 inches the last couple days. It is cold weather, and the sun finally is starting to peek out. And I thought this would be a great opportunity to kind of wrap this video up for you guys. But you can just see we've got phenomenal gloss. My vehicle, I haven't washed it in a week and a half. It doesn't even look dirty. I mean, a majority of the times when you drive a vehicle through the rain, through the dirt, you see a lot of like brown built up road film. But you can just see we've got like light streaks here. If I were to have a coated vehicle, sometimes those streaks are even more profound. But this vehicle looks like I just washed and dried it, and I haven't. I mean, you can see here, look at my wheel wells. They're like nasty and disgusting. The rest of the vehicle should look like that, but you can just see we've got just some light road film and soiling on it. That's the benefits of having a coated vehicle. But when you have a graphene coating, let me just I had to actually write these down because I am so impressed with this graphene coating. It's so new to the market. So the main appeal behind graphene versus a ceramic coating: graphene reduces heat on the surface of your paint, so water spotting is going to be much less likely. Graphene also has a honeycomb structure and chemical properties, so it gives graphene a very high water contact angle, as you could see from the previous video where we had really tall beads. So that means moisture will slide off much easier. And graphene is also advertised as having anti-static properties, which is going to help repel dust. Graphene is the strongest and thinnest material in the world. I reached out to Tim actually, and I said, yo, this is just an amazing coating. I need to know, is it because, you know, it has taller beads? Is that what kind of makes the graphene coating less risk of water spotting? And he said that is a part of it, but he also said that there's a less reactive sites of the molecules themselves within a graphene coating, and that makes water and other elements react differently. So a ceramic is going to have a lot more reactive sites that tend to beat up water really well, but it will also hold on to water. And that's why graphene coatings, they have less reactive sites versus a ceramic coating. So that means water is going to slide off the coating better. And that has to do with the hydroxy molecule. So again, there's just so much science behind these coatings. And when you start doing your research and figuring out which one is better, is graphene better versus ceramic, I think they both have their place. But I'll be honest with you, graphene, if you have hard water, if you have issues with water spotting, you seriously need to consider this coating with how easy it is to apply and just the amazing gloss and shine, easy maintenance. We are going to go ahead, I'm going to just do a quick rinse with this to show you the water performance. We're going to maintain with Ethos ceramic shampoo. Tim actually said if you have a unprotected vehicle and you wash with this soap right here, after 1 or 2 washes, you're actually going to see the vehicle start to have hydrophobic properties because it's actually laying down a layer of protection every single time that you wash a vehicle. So this is a perfect pair for either their ceramic coating or their graphene coating, because you are refreshing the protection every single time. You're enhancing it and reinforcing it every single time you use. So this is a fantastic soap to maintain it with for those of you who are interested in putting this on their vehicle. And you can also, once we have it washed, I'm going to blow it dry. I have my McKee's 37, the Hurricane car dryer. I can actually dry this dry it completely just using this. So then all I have to do is just kind of dry it with a small microfiber towel. And I can even use Defy as kind of like a waterless wash, replenisher, drying aid. So that way if there's any sort of remaining road film on the vehicle, I can safely dry the vehicle. So just a fantastic system to maintain your vehicle. With Ethos, I'm really impressed with their whole lineup of products. For those of you who are wanting to check out a really fantastic brand, check them out. I'll put the link for Ethos down below for their website. Make sure you guys check them out on Facebook and YouTube as well. This is not a sponsored video, okay? I'm not paid for any of this. I bought all of these products here. The Ethos Defy, the Ethos ceramic shampoo, the graphene coating. They did not send these to me to review. I purchased these for myself. But when I find something that I really enjoy and can recommend, I'm going to say so. So I highly recommend these products, and I hope you guys get fantastic results just like me. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. I know really a lot of us, you just want to kind of see the water behavior. So you can see here, we've got road film on our lower panels, which that's standard. I've been driving around in the vehicle for about 2 or 3 days. But what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and fill up our bucket with the ceramic shampoo. We're going to give this a wash, and then I want to show you how the ceramic shampoo helps replenish and also safely remove the road film. Because some of you may look at that and say, oh no, my coating is failing, it's dead. No, it's just clogged. I want you guys to notice something. Watch the height of the beads. For those of you who have never had a ceramic coating on your vehicle, you're probably not going to notice a difference. But for those of you who have ever used a ceramic coating, you see how tall the beads get and then they just kind of get pushed off. I'm sorry, I kind of geek out over this stuff. Because that, to me, it's just fun to watch, but it also is cool to recognize behind the science how it's going to benefit me as an owner of this vehicle. I'm going to be able to maintain my vehicle with a long-term protection, but I'm also not going to have to risk or battle water spots as frequently as I may have with previous coatings. And you can just see the ceramic shampoo did a fantastic job of just removing that road film, replenishing our coating. I mean, look at that. So, for those of you who are on the fence, hopefully this gives you some insight. I'm going to show you guys just one more look at the water behavior. And then I'm going to use my car blower to show you if you have air, a leaf blower, air compressor, even something, this is just going to help you maintain your vehicle even so much more easily, because now you can safely dry it. So now we've got all these water beads. If I were to just kind of come in here with a towel, I'd have a soaked towel, because you know, the water, there's so much water versus flat paint. But if you have compressed air, let me show you just how easy it is to dry a vehicle off. Alright, so you can see just by drying the vehicle with the dryer, we were able to blow off like 99% of the water. There may be a couple spots, you know, left behind, and we'll come up with our Defy and spray a couple sprays on the panel, dry it off safely, and even replenish the coating even more so. You can see I've dried these two panels off here. We've just got fantastic shine with this coating. It is beautiful. So for those of you who are wanting to test out Ethos Graphene coating, I contacted Tim Coates, and he actually was kind enough to offer a coupon code for this channel. If you put A2D10 in the coupon code on Ethos's website, they will give you 10% off of your order. So make sure you guys remember that. For those of you, I'll put the information down below. I'm going to put the information for the Ethos Graphene coating, for the Ethos Ceramic Shampoo, the Ethos Defy, and even for those of you who are wanting a quality dryer. If you've spent the time investing in protecting your own vehicle, or if you are maintaining customers' vehicles and you want to reduce the risk of scratches, I highly recommend getting some sort of dryer for your vehicle. And honestly, this is probably one of the best on the market. McKee's was kind enough to send it to me. I have been eyeing it. I've actually been saving for it, believe it or not. And they sent it to me to do a review. It was like Christmas came early for me. I've been playing with it. They sent me out 3 hoses. It's got a 25-foot long cord, filtered, heated air. You even have kind of adjustable knobs here that you can decrease the airflow. Heck, if you even have a pet that you want to dry your pet off, it's fantastic. Heated, filtered air up to 350 miles per hour that's why they call it the Hurricane Car Dryer. But fantastic way to safely dry your vehicles. I'll be doing a more detailed review on it in the future, but for those of you who saw it in the video and were curious, just wanted to share a little bit of information about that. So I'll put the link for that down below as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this in-depth look on Ethos Graphene coating, how it kind of wears, how to maintain it, and you know, its performance and the benefits of having it. I didn't want to just look at the application. I kind of wanted to give you an all-encompassing surround view of this coating. For those of you who are on the market for coating, this is a winner. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Make sure you stay tuned for future videos we have coming out. We've got some really fun ones coming up, and I will be posting the polisher giveaway very soon. For those of you who have been sitting on the edge of your seats waiting for that announcement, it is coming very soon, so just stay tuned for that. But thank you guys for your time, for your day. Have a great day. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.